Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. Grinding It Out, The Making of McDonald's by Kroc. Imagine a man who starts with nothing but an unstoppable drive, selling anything he can get his hands on. Paper cups, ice cream machines, you name it. That man is Kroc, and this is the story of how he turned a small, humble restaurant in San Bernardino into a global empire. But this isn't just a story about hamburgers. It's a story about vision, grit, and the kind of relentless persistence that turns dreams into reality. From the very beginning, Kroc's life was marked by hustle. He wasn't born into wealth or privilege. Every rejection, every failed deal was fuel for his fire. He learned early that setbacks are not failures, they are lessons, guiding you towards something bigger. And it was this mindset that led him to the McDonald Brothers restaurant, a place where simplicity, efficiency, and quality combined in a revolutionary way. When Kroc first walked through that door, he didn't see a small eatery. He saw the blueprint for a nationwide revolution. The brothers had perfected speed and consistency, and Kroc knew he had stumbled onto something extraordinary. But seeing potential was only the beginning. What followed was an unrelenting pursuit to turn that vision into reality. Expanding McDonald's wasn't easy. Kroc faced skeptics at every turn. Investors who thought he was crazy, franchisees who hesitated, even the McDonald brothers who were cautious about growth. But Kroc's brilliance lay in his combination of vision and action. He didn't just dream, he executed. He enforced strict standards, demanded excellence, and built a system that could deliver the same experience in every city, every state, every franchise. Kroc was obsessed with details. From the exact thickness of the burger patty to the speed of service, he understood that consistency was everything. This obsession wasn't a quirk. It was the foundation of a global brand. Excellence, he proved, is built in the details that most people overlook. And yet, it wasn't just about business mechanics, it was about persuasion, leadership, and relentless determination. Kroc convinced investors, partners, and even his competitors to align with his vision. He negotiated tirelessly, innovated constantly, and turned obstacles into opportunities. Failures weren't setbacks, they were lessons. Every closed restaurant, every hesitant franchisee, every obstacle along the way only sharpened his strategy. The story reaches its climax as Kroc consolidates his empire. He faces the final challenge, scaling the brand while maintaining quality and consistency, all while managing conflicts with the McDonald brothers. Kroc navigates these waters with strategic brilliance, showing that true leadership is about vision, persistence, and the courage to make tough decisions. By the end, McDonald's isn't just a restaurant, it's a cultural institution, a testament to what relentless ambition can achieve. And the lessons? They're timeless. 1. Vision and persistence are indivisible. Seeing the big picture isn't enough. You must execute relentlessly, overcoming every obstacle with determination. Kroc's journey teaches us that persistence is the engine that turns vision into reality. 2. Excellence lies in the details. Greatness isn't only about ideas. It's about execution. Kroc's obsession with consistency, from product to process, shows that excellence is built, brick by brick, detail by detail. 3. Leadership is about legacy, not ego. Kroc's success wasn't about personal glory. It was about creating systems, culture, and impact that could endure. True leadership is measured by the legacy you leave, the structures you build, and the influence you create. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, a dreamer, or someone striving to leave a mark on the world, Kroc's story is a blueprint. It's about spotting opportunity, embracing risk, obsessing over details, and above all, grinding it out. Every no, every challenge, every sleepless night is just another step toward building something extraordinary. By the end of this story, you'll feel the fire of Kroc's ambition, the power of relentless action, and the unshakable truth that success belongs to those who refuse to quit. Part 1. The early sparks of an idea. From the very first page, Ray Kroc pulls you into a world where relentless ambition meets opportunity, painting a vivid picture of how one man's persistence reshaped an entire industry. Kroc's story is not just about hamburgers and fast food. It is about vision, grit, and the kind of determination that refuses to let no be an answer. Kroc begins with his early life, not as a privileged heir, but as a hustler of sorts, a man with an entrepreneurial streak that manifested in selling anything from paper cups to ice cream machines. Every rejection, every failed deal was, in Kroc's mind, not a setback, but a stepping stone. He describes these early experiences with a candid honesty, highlighting both his mistakes and the lessons he gleaned from them. From this, readers immediately grasp that success is not magic. It's a marathon of persistence, creativity, and dogged effort. It is in this part that Kroc encounters the McDonald brothers, a small, innovative restaurant in San Bernardino, California, that had perfected the art of efficient service. Kroc's first visit was like a revelation. He marveled at their assembly line style of cooking, the speed, the consistency, the focus on quality. Everything he had been searching for in business excellence. Kroc's narrative here is electric, charged with the excitement of discovery. He doesn't just see a hamburger stand, he sees a blueprint for something monumental. But part one is more than discovery. It is about Kroc recognizing potential where others saw a quaint, local business. He immediately visualizes a nationwide chain. The reader is drawn into Kroc's mind, witnessing how he identifies gaps, foresees trends, and refuses to settle for mediocrity. This is Kroc at his strategic best, and his storytelling brings an inspiring message. Vision is not enough without relentless execution. What makes this section particularly gripping is Kroc's humility mixed with fierce determination. He admits his insecurities, the risks he took, and the skeptics he faced, yet he transforms these obstacles into fuel. Every challenge, every naysayer, every impossible becomes part of a narrative that teaches the power of perseverance. By the end of part one, readers are not just learning about McDonald's, they are learning how a man with a clear vision, unshakable work ethic, and unrelenting optimism can turn an idea into an empire. Part 2, From Vision to Relentless Action. Part 2 of Grinding It Out plunges us into the world of relentless execution, where Ray Kroc transforms the spark of an idea into the fire of a business empire. This section isn't about theory, it's about rolling up sleeves, taking risks, and doing the work that most people shy away from. Kroc's energy is contagious here, and readers feel themselves pulled into his pursuit of scale, speed, and perfection. After the initial spark with the McDonald brothers restaurant, Kroc faced the true test: how to expand a small, perfect system into a nationwide chain without losing the quality and consistency that made it revolutionary. He quickly realized that franchising was the key, but it wasn't easy. Convincing people to trust a fledgling system, maintaining standards, and ensuring every location reflected the McDonald's promise required ingenuity, persistence, and the ability to inspire others to share his vision. Kroc recounts stories of skeptics, delays, and failures, but each is told not as a defeat, but as a lesson, a blueprint for what needed to be done differently. One of the most captivating parts of this section is Kroc's meticulous attention to detail. From the exact thickness of a hamburger patty to the speed at which fries must reach the customer, he knew that consistency was everything. He transformed operational precision into a philosophy. Excellence is not a luxury, it's a non-negotiable. Readers are drawn into the almost obsessive precision that Kroc demanded, understanding that success is often built in the details that most people ignore. Part 2 also highlights the power of persuasion, negotiation, and vision. Kroc had to convince investors, franchisees, and even the McDonald brothers themselves to embrace his ambitious plan. His storytelling here is both inspirational and instructive. He shows that a leader must combine charisma with unshakable confidence, yet remain grounded enough to respect the systems that already work. The energy of this part lies in Kroc's relentless forward motion. Obstacles were not deterrents, they were fuel. Every failed franchise, every hesitant partner, every operational glitch became part of his learning curve. Kroc teaches readers an invaluable lesson. It's not the setbacks that define you, but how fiercely you pursue your goal in spite of them. By the end of Part 2, the vision of a national McDonald's chain is no longer a dream, it's a rapidly approaching reality, and we see Kroc evolving into a master strategist, a relentless innovator, and a true titan of industry. Part 3, Building an Empire and Leaving a Legacy. Part 3 is where Ray Kroc's story reaches its crescendo, the part where vision, persistence, and unrelenting drive coalesce into an empire that reshaped the American landscape. Feels the intensity as Kroc navigates the final hurdles, the strategic battles, and the personal sacrifices that come with turning a revolutionary idea into an enduring institution. By now, Kroc has established a network of franchises, but the challenges have only intensified. Part 3 highlights the tension between Kroc and the McDonald brothers, their initial perfectionism versus his ambition to scale, expand, and innovate beyond what they had imagined. Kroc's storytelling here is electric. He recounts the negotiations, the frustrations, and the inevitable clashes with honesty and humility, showing that even in triumph, leadership requires diplomacy, patience, and vision. The audience feels the drama, the risk, and the stakes. It's not just a business story, it's a human story about ambition, integrity, and the sometimes painful choices required to achieve greatness. What sets this part apart is Kroc's strategic brilliance. He doesn't merely rely on luck or timing. He meticulously builds systems, enforces standards, and develops a culture that ensures every McDonald's, from coast to coast, delivers the same experience. Kroc understood that an empire is more than bricks and mortar. It is trust, consistency, and a brand promise that must never waver. He shares how every decision, from real estate selection to trading programs, was executed with a single-minded focus on long-term success. Part 3 is also deeply motivational because it reveals the personal cost of ambition and the unshakable mindset that drives extraordinary achievement. Kroc's journey was not without sacrifice. Long hours, sleepless nights, and constant battles with skeptics and competitors. Yet he demonstrates that true success comes from refusing to give up, embracing every challenge, and viewing obstacles as opportunities to innovate. Finally, Kroc reflects on legacy, the realization that what he built wasn't just about hamburgers or profit, but about creating something that would endure, inspire, and impact millions. The reader leaves with the awe-inspiring understanding that vision without action is meaningless, and that relentless pursuit of excellence, combined with courage and resilience, can turn a simple idea into a global phenomenon. 3 powerful takeaways. 1. Vision and persistence are indivisible. Kroc's story reminds us that having a vision is only the first step. What separates dreamers from achievers is relentless execution. Every late night, every difficult negotiation, every risk he took contributed to building an empire. Persistence, coupled with clear vision, creates unstoppable momentum. 2. Excellence lies in the details. Consistency is the backbone of McDonald's success. Kroc's obsession with operational detail, from burger size to service speed, teaches us that greatness is built not on grand ideas alone, but on executing small details flawlessly every single day. 3. Leadership is about legacy, not ego. Kroc's ultimate triumph was creating a system and culture that could thrive without him. True leadership, he shows, is about impact, influence, and the lasting value you leave behind, not just personal accolades. Grinding It Out isn't just the story of McDonald's. It is a masterclass in ambition, perseverance, and the power of relentless action. By the end, the reader is not only inspired to chase their dreams, but equipped with the mindset to grind it out, overcome obstacles, and leave a lasting legacy. Thanks for listening to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries.